Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you like my new location. This is my home office and this is where I'll be filming now. I had some reverb issues, so hopefully they're okay now and this video is fine. So today is time for step 3 in my mini series of how to brand yourself. This relates to my online/downloadable course, which I'll link below. It doesn't matter if you have the course or if you're going to get it, these videos should still be helpful to you regardless. But it just gives the people who do have the course like a little kickstart into it. Yay! Okay, so step 3 is defining your audience. Now, I really want you to go into as much detail here as you possibly can, because the more information you have about your audience, the more helpful it will be to you and the easier every future decision will be ever. So start off with the basics: age, gender, location, types of occupation they would have, their education background, so like their level of education. Those are the things I would start with, okay? Age, gender, location, education level, and possible occupations. If you don't know, or if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling stuck right now and you don't know about your audience, then if you have any followers or fans at all, then just dig into them. Look at who comments most on social media, who interacts the most, who likes your posts. Find people who keep cropping up, who are like your top fans, and then have a dig into their social pages. Look at what they like, look at what they're doing. Maybe even message them and see if you can ask them a few questions. Market research is really, really important and it'll be so helpful for you. So yeah, just identify maybe 3 to 5 top fans and quiz them. Ask them if you can quiz them. Okay, so once you've filled in the basics, those initial basics, then I want you to dig deeper and go into these sections. Remember to write them down, please. Hobbies and interests, behaviors. So this could include like lifestyle, so where they shop, where they go on holiday, what kinds of holiday, what do they do on weekends, what's their daily routine, morning routine. We are delving deep, kids. What are their values? So what do they care about? What do they champion? What do they shout about? What brands do they like? This could be shops or it could be any brands. Are they hardcore Apple people, or like do they shop high-end? Any kind of brands that match them, your audience. Any kind of brands that you think they would go for. What do they read? Do they keep up to date with the news? Do they read literature, magazines, blogs, vlogs? That's not really reading, but you get me. What kind of content do they consume? This again is really important for when you're doing your PR and your promotion. You need to know where they are. If they spend all day in the library and they like old literature, then tackling music blogs isn't the way forward. That's quite an extreme example, but you know what I mean. Get to know them as well as you can. What are their personality traits? Are they outgoing, chatty, introverted? Could be anything. What are their online habits? What sort of social media channels are they on? And which are their favourite social media channels? Where do they spend their most time? Like, all the young'uns are going to be on TikTok. And I would imagine anyone millennial and younger would spend a lot of time on social media. Maybe the older people are on Facebook. You need to know the habits of your audience, again, when it comes to doing paid ads or promotion or campaigns. You need to know this shiz. And then just add any other notes or important details that you can think of that you might get from talking to your top fans. And then you can collate all these notes together into one audience picture. And what I would actually do is create a typical fan. Find a face. You don't have to use an actual face of one of your fans. I probably wouldn't do that. But give them a face, give them a name. And when you're talking about your marketing and your campaigns, and what kind of PR you want to get and what kind of PR company you want to work with, then you can think in terms of this fan with this name. It makes it easier to think on their behalf and think what they would do, because you've collated so much information about them. And you don't even have to stick to these categories I've given you. Even if you can think of any others or any other information, then by all means add that. The more the better here. And then what I want you to do after that is to go through all your notes and open your Pinterest boards. So the audience one, I want you to collate images so you have a visual representation of this audience then. So obviously brands, you can add the brand logos, you can add the locations where they'd go on holiday, like just go through and anything visual that you get from your notes, add to Pinterest so you have that overall picture as well. And then this just gives you a really good rounded idea of your audience and who you're catering for, and get to know them better. And yes, create your typical fan and name them. And if you do this, please drop their name in the comments so I know what you've called your typical fan. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that was helpful. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!